Welcome to your Fantasy Basketball Starter Guide. Whether you're completely new to fantasy sports or a seasoned fantasy football player looking for a new challenge, this guide is here to help. Fantasy basketball offers an exciting way to engage with the NBA, build your own team, and compete with friends. In today's video, we're breaking down the essentials that will help you assemble a competitive team and stay in the game all season long. Understanding your league's format is crucial, as it can dramatically affect your strategy and player evaluations. Fantasy basketball leagues typically follow one of three scoring systems: Rotisserie, Roto, head-to-head categories, or head-to-head points. Each format has its own way of determining winners and losers, so let's break them down. In a head-to-head categories league, you face off against another team each week, and the outcome is based on who performs better in various statistical categories, like points, rebounds, or assists. You win by excelling in more categories than your opponent. Head-to-head points leagues are similar, but instead of focusing on categories, you accumulate fantasy points based on stats. For example, you might earn 1 point for a basket, 1.2 for a rebound, and 3 for a block. It's all about stacking up points to outscore your opponent. Rotisserie leagues take a different approach. There are no weekly matchups. Instead, your stats accumulate over the entire season, and you're ranked in each category. The team with the most cumulative points across all categories at the end of the season wins the league. Now that you understand your league format, it's time for draft day. Most fantasy basketball leagues use a standard draft format, where the draft order alternates in a snake or serpentine style. This ensures fairness, so don't worry if you're picking last in the first round. You'll be first in the second round. On draft day, preparation is key. Pay attention to the number of starters and bench spots in your league. Some leagues require a single player per position, while others might offer flexibility with utility slots. Balance is crucial here. Don't just fill your team with stars. Make sure you have depth across all positions, especially when it comes to key stats like points, assists, and rebounds. Salary cap drafts bring a whole new level of strategy. Instead of selecting players in a fixed order, each manager is given a budget to spend on players. You bid against other managers to build your dream roster, which can lead to intense bidding wars. There are two main strategies here: stars and scrubs, and balanced. With stars and scrubs, you invest heavily in top-tier players and fill the rest of your roster with role players. This strategy can be risky but rewarding if your stars stay healthy. On the other hand, the balanced approach spreads your budget more evenly across solid starters, reducing the risk of relying too heavily on just a few players. The waiver wire is where you'll find hidden gems throughout the season. Think of it as a second chance to strengthen your team with undrafted players or those dropped by other managers. But be strategic. Don't rush to pick up a player after just one hot game. Analyze trends to see if their performance is sustainable before making a move. Remember, NBA players go through ups and downs. A 5-game cold streak is not the end of the world in fantasy basketball, so don't panic too quickly. But timely decisions on the waiver wire can make or break your season. Another important aspect of fantasy basketball is managing your lineup. Your league might require daily or weekly lineup submissions. If it's daily, you need to stay on top of the latest NBA news and adjust your roster frequently. In weekly leagues, you set your lineup once, so it's crucial to get it right. Also, check if your league includes an injured reserve (IR) spot. Injuries are part of the game, and having an IR spot allows you to stash injured players without losing a valuable roster spot. This flexibility can help you weather the storm when key players go down. Fantasy basketball is all about staying engaged with the game and managing your team throughout the season. By understanding your league's format, drafting strategically, staying active on the waiver wire, and managing your lineup effectively, you'll keep your team competitive and have a blast doing it. Fantasy basketball isn't just about stats or winning games, it's about connection. It's about staying close to the game you love, even when you can't be on the court yourself. Every lineup change, every waiver pickup, and every trade becomes a part of the story you're writing for your team. And whether you win or lose, the experience brings you closer to the NBA, to the players, and to the community of fans just like you. Remember, it's more than just fantasy, it's a way to share moments with friends, to celebrate the highs and navigate the lows together. So, enjoy every step of the journey, from draft day to championship week. No matter what happens, the memories you create along the way will last long after the final buzzer. Thank you for being a part of this incredible community. It's not just about the game, it's about the love of basketball. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tips on dominating your fantasy basketball league. Thanks for watching, and good luck this season.